What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grand. You're watching Urban Nerd, this channel where I give my nerd reviews on today's nerd news, but also give my reviews on movies. And I did a review for Incredibles 2 that I saw recently this Friday, but I wanted to do a that was a non-spoiler. I want to do a spoiler somewhat review, but I'm gonna give the 5 things that make this movie awesome and the 5 things that I just found annoying. It kind of drag it down, but not low enough that my score wasn't still an A. Because I'm just telling you off the back, yeah, my score for this movie was an A. First one we're gonna talk about is the music. The score in this movie, it had everything. It had intensity, had action, pace, everything that you wanted in a superhero movie that makes the moments where the superheroes do these great, amazing things mean even more. Because the music, people don't realize music is a huge part of movies, especially superhero movies. When the theme music of like the superheroes come together and they come out, it gets that adrenaline pumping. It gets those goosebumps, the hairs just standing up on. I don't think you can see it. You can see a little bit of hair, but it's right there. It gets everything pumping when you're ready to do this thing. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, the thing that I did not expect was these theme songs for the superheroes. They're catchy. And I didn't know, like, you know, if superheroes had catchy themes like this, actually sing jingles. They actually have legit jingles. So I'm gonna play some of it right here for you right there, right? This is Elastigirls.
Here comes Elastigirl, stretching her arms, Elastigirl, no one's beyond her reach. Elastigirl.
Now that was Elastigirls. Y'all need to check out Frozones, because Frozones is smooth as hell. Now hear this.
The cat was always chill. Read some Bible, arms are close to me.
I'm telling you, you can't get no better than this, dog. And then the one that actually the main, not, I guess the boss. What was the guy's name? What was the guy's name again? The guy that played Winston Dever. Yeah, he actually sang it a little too. And this was Mr. Incredibles. Let's see, Mr. Incredible. This is how he sang it.
Mr. Incredible, 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 catching the bad guys,
He's saying that, I'm telling you, like, these jingles is on point. I can't believe it, but yeah, that was one of the major things. The music, the jingles, everything as far as the sound, amazing. That was my number 5 reason why this movie is awesome. My number 4, the fatherhood. I grew up without a father. My mom was my father. In the first Incredibles movies, it was Bob going out, and then, you know, Helen or Elastigirl was home watching the kids. But this one switched it all around, and Bob was one at home, taking care of the kids, he was staying up, trying to learn the math so he can help his son Dash. He was trying to help his daughter because he saw that the dude stood her up, and then he was trying to correct her. Then when he found out that his boy wiped the mind of of his daughter's date, so he tried to fix it and take her to the restaurant and have her, which was a funny scene where she spit out all the water through her nose or whatever, embarrassed her. But I'm telling you, the father, just showing how much of a father he was and how much he actually cared about his kids and really wanted to be there for him, and be there not just to help his kids but to help his wife. And he, like his line, they said, I need to succeed so she can succeed, so we can succeed. And that was one of those lines. And like I said in the other review, the best part was when he broke down and he was sitting on the couch with his daughter, and he told her he just wants to be a good father. And I thought she was going to say, you're not just a good father, you're an incredible father. But instead she said, you're a great father. But by then he was knocked out. But those are those scenes, those are the moments that I really enjoyed about this. Like, they didn't just make him like this muscle-bound guy that like they made it in the first movie. In this second one, they actually showed another side to him. And I love movies that can show other sides to people, other sides of characters. Because as a writer myself, you don't want to just have a one-dimensional character. You want to have a like three-dimensional character. So all sides of him, there's so many different things you don't see on the surface. You know what I'm saying? That's the great thing about it. Like I said, the fatherhood point, I just loved it. That was my number 4 reason. Number 3 reason, Frozone got his time to shine. Yo, the dude saved them so many times. When Underminer was got out, and then the thing was running away in the city, going towards City Hall. Yo, it was Frozone. Granted, the engine blew up, but Frozone made a big ramp so that it would not go straight into it. And he did that twice, in the beginning and all the way at the end, when that ship was going towards the city and they took off the rotors and it was sliding and it was going towards. Once again, it showed how much power he is, and it showed why he's in the trifecta of superheroes. Because you know what? In the trifecta of superheroes, there are no black people in the trifecta. Like, you got Batman, white, sorry, but he is. You got Superman, white, sorry, but he is. You got Wonder Woman, white, sorry, but she is. She's a badass white chick, I'll tell you right now. That's why I got, please, you think I'm hating on her? I got some Gal Gadot right here, you know what I'm saying? So I love me some Wonder Woman. But I'm just saying, in the trifecta, there is no black people. You can't call, John Stewart. You can't count him. Green Lantern, sorry, he's not the trifecta. You know, in this, it is the trifecta. Frozone is apparently, I guess you could say he's a Batman. You got the main one, which is Superman, which is Mr. Incredible, and you got Wonder Woman, which is Elastigirl. The three, they're the main people, the main superheroes that everybody knows. And it's so great and proud to see that they gave him his time to shine. He was smart. He knew what he did. Like, when everyone else got caught in the beginning, he was smart enough to get away from them, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I liked. I liked seeing him. And granted, they didn't show him so much, but they did give him more time to shine than he did in the first movie. That is my number 3. Black power. Black power. Number 2, Elastigirl. Girl power. Yo, when they switched it, I didn't know what to expect. But man, it shows that why she was, before she teamed up with Mr. Incredible, she was a superhero on her own. You know what I'm saying? She was on her own level. She was slick. She was sly. She knew, like, when they gave her the motorcycle that split apart, it worked so well because she could slingshot herself all the way over buildings, and the way she maneuvered. Yo, the scene when she's going after the train alone was so worth the 14 years of waiting. I'm sorry, it was, because just that was an intense scene. That was, in just everything, her fighting, her showing she's smart, she's figuring things out, which just kind of cost her, and just, I'm just saying that's why she was a little too much for her own good. But yeah, just in this whole world of the empowerment of Me Too movement, of women not getting treated equally, women not getting paid equally, women not getting respect equally, now's the time. And it's so amazing that Brad Bird planned this movie way before all this stuff blew up. So he was thinking ahead of the curve before it started changing, and that's what's so awesome about this movie. This movie does great because it appeals to everything on so many different levels: the fatherhood, the mothers, the women power. And Elastigirl is a beacon, and she's an icon, and she's a role model for all females. And I can see this movie taking off. Why? Because parents, women, mothers, showing their daughters that you can be not be actually a superhero, but there are superheroes that are smart, that know how to just do things. She was a mother and a superhero, and she could, and regardless of which one she's doing, she's still excellent at it. And that's my number 2. But that being said, with the women feminism and all that, my number 1 reason why this movie is on top is the thickness, bruh. Did you not see the thighs on a Miss Elastigirl? I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I kind of noticed it in the first Incredibles, but yo, there was no way you couldn't notice it in the second one. She is thick, man, thick. Yo, it puts She-Hulk to shame. She-Hulk's thickness. This is nothing compared to Mrs. Incredible. Mrs. Incredible's thickness was on another level. And when she arched that back on that motorcycle, I'm sorry, I wasn't getting turned on, but I'm just saying, I noticed it. And whoever I was with, or any guys, everybody that was in the theater had to notice this. They had to notice that thickness. Thickness cannot be hidden. It was out there. It was out there for everyone to see that glory. I'm sorry. I know I was talking about the feminism and all this. I turned back around. I might have just tore up my whole argument, but I'm sorry. That was something I just noticed. Now, that being said, I have five reasons what dragged it down for me that I thought was annoyances that, it's just my little nitpicks of it. Number 5, the world logic of superheroes. No superheroes. This is what I don't understand. How you gonna have no superheroes, but yet you have supervillains? You guys can't stop supervillains without superpowers. And you've got this guy, Underminer, blowing up buildings, dropping them down so he can steal safes. You think people ain't gonna die in that? You think dozens of people ain't gonna die in that? I'm sorry. Over dozens, over hundreds. People in buildings, when they drop down, die. I don't see how you don't want superheroes. And you're never, I don't see no technology, like they have technology that can stop the villains. So, the reason why they're outlawing superheroes, I don't know. They say insurance will cover everything. Yeah, the insurance will cover all the hundreds of people dying in the buildings. Yeah, no, don't think so. Number 4, Dash is annoying as hell. I understand he's a little kid and he's super hyperactive, but he was annoying. I didn't look forward to the scenes where he was in. Like, at least in the first movie, when he first learned his powers, he got to show it off. Running across the water and all that stuff. It was great. And this one, not so much. He was just more annoying. I'm sorry, he was. I'll just jump on to the third one. Third one, I wanted more Jack Jack. I know it's not a negative, but I wanted more Jack Jack. Jack Jack was awesome. He was awesome. The raccoon fight was one of the best things in the movie. Really, the raccoon, when he looking at the TV, sees the burglar with the little mask, looks over, sees the raccoon on top of the crash trying to take something from the garbage, looks back over, then he goes after the thing. Yo, that fight was epic. It was epic on such a low level, but still was so badass. I loved it. I just wanted more Jack Jack. That being said, on to number 2. Number 2, the movie was predictable. You could see where it was going in a way. I already knew who the bad guy was by the end. I kind of could figure it out. I was putting two together. You saw where it was going, and it went that way. And it was predictable. Yes. Spoiler alert. It was a sister. It was Evelyn Dever. She. You could kind of see it. I thought it was either the brother or her, but then once the tech stuff, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's her. But it was predictable as far as that. And that kind of leads me to my number 1 reason why this thing kind of nitpick and like my flaws with it. The villain's plot. There's a plot hole in the villain's, because why is she going through all this? Superheroes are already illegal. But she's going through the thing of helping Elastigirl to make superheroes look good so that they could get the world together, the ambassadors, and then have them turn so that everyone makes it illegal completely, permanently for superheroes to be superheroes. I'm sorry, but they were already illegal. You can't make more legal. Like, I don't know, unless you make it even more harsher, like, oh, you get shot on thing. You don't just get arrested, you get shot. Like, I don't know what her plan was. And on top of that, why don't you do it before they sign the paper that makes it legal for the superheroes to be superheroes? I didn't understand that. I thought they were going to do it way before that happened, but yet, she let it go on. She let it go on and on, like another bad guy laying out the plot and monograph it, whatever the hell you talking is, what she keeps telling her plan. And then, it's like, she makes it so she knows he's gonna fail. It's like she wants to fail. Like, it just made no sense. You should, like, the times where she should have had them turn, she had it under her control, but yet she still just let them, like, stand there while the whatever the plan got signed by all the congressmen or all the ambassadors for superheroes to be legal. I don't understand why she did this, but that was my major plot hole of that. Like, this whole movie made no sense if you look at it at the point of they were already illegal and she wanted to make them illegal again. I don't know. So, by helping them, of all things. She could have just pretended like all her equipment was wrong or messed up and Elastigirl would have failed the whole time. But she didn't. She helped her. She helped her succeed, and then all of a sudden turns just like I said, that was my flaw. But that's pretty much it as far as my review. I know I'm talking real fast, but I'm trying to get out everything, and I try to make these videos short enough. I don't want anything over like 15 minutes, because I did a video that was longer than that, and I just wanted to get my ideas out, my gripes, and also my pluses, the things that I liked about it. So hopefully you guys like the same thing, and if there's anything that you really didn't, just let me know, comment down below, and remember to put on that notification. So if anything, like I said, remember to subscribe. Check out my last review of Incredibles. Check out my playlist of my movie reviews. And remember, I'm Wes Grant. You've been watching Urban Nerd, and you've just been nerdified. Catch you guys on the next review.